Hey everybody, it's Trey Michael again. Just want to give another rundown on some of the stuff that you may be experiencing that might be different than the last 4th of July that you're experiencing. I just kind of want to explain why you're experiencing it. Like I told you guys before, what we're having is a great awakening. It's a time that human beings are being forced to question their reality. I make a lot of posts sometimes that people perceive to be controversial. The truth is, I'm trying to give you the ability to be able to question your reality and to ask yourself, why do you do certain things that you do? Now, a lot of times we say we do it because this is the way it's been done for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, so on and so forth. But again, like I was telling you guys before, this is the dawn of a new era. It's maktub, it's written. It's nothing you or I or any disruptor can do to stop the flow of what God is getting ready to create. So I thought I would just go ahead and talk about something that most people have never seen, nor have I seen on planet Earth before. I've always questioned this, but I've never seen it in masses. Now, before I say this, I know it's going to be so easy just to write this off as it's Obama or Pizzagate or oh god, so many conspiracy theories out there that keep people blinded from the truth, from realizing that the world that we once lived in, before 2020, was not a God-filled world. It just hurts me to believe that everybody believes that in the last 30 years, the world was controlled by God. You guys, God is not an order of murders and deaths. God does not like people to conquer other people. God does not honor thievery and calling it manifest destiny. God does not honor people that say they're vigilantes, but they strap bombs to their chest to kill other people for their belief systems either. The Creator is a creator of love. And I'm not here to persuade anyone. Again, this is not one of those things that you need somebody to co-sign for you for it to be the truth. The truth is the truth and nothing but the truth. And there's nothing me or you can say otherwise about it. It's just the truth. And the truth usually shows itself by its fruits. And again, you're seeing this for yourself. Remember, I'm quoting this to you a date, December the 21st of this year, 2020, which is actually 2012 because we're under the Agoric calendar. So if you use the original calendar that people used back in the ancient days, the only people that I know that are using that correct calendar is the Ethiopians. And this is the year 2012 for those people, which will coincide with what the Mayans prophecy told you, that December the 21st of 2012 will be the end of the world. And not the end of the world as you may perceive, but again, the end of a era, which is why the Christians call it the end times. It's the end of a time. And again, we can go into that another time. But I want to touch on this 4th of July topic. The cabal, which is the people that the QAnon people say of the deep state, right? I disagree with most of the stuff that those people say. But there is a thing called the deep state, the cabal, this evil 1% group, not of rich people. It's just a 1% group that had the knowledge and we didn't. They were going to use technology, which is taking knowledge away, to keep us trapped into this matrix. And the universe, or God, like I told you guys, he never makes any mistakes. He knew that they were going to create this form of technology. But what ended up happening was it gave us access in real time to infinite and mass droves of information. And like the Bible tells you, my children shall perish for the lack of knowledge. But we have so much knowledge in the internet that it's beyond your wildest dream. It's the hive mind of consciousness. So, years and years ago, people would just get up because they told us it's Independence Day. That means, hey, it's the day that we all were free. And without question, like the sheep in the mass droves, we didn't question. We said, yes, the day we were all free. And we just marched to the beats of the drum. But I want to just give a quick history lesson, which can't be disputed. These are historical facts that no one disputes. July 4th, 1776, they realized that the American flag was still there. It was during the Revolutionary War when the British colonists that left Britain declared their independence from England, and they came to America and received their freedoms from that country. Now, during that time, there was only one group of people that received independence. Now, I want to backtrack just a little bit before we get to that end conclusion where everybody says, well, it's still for everybody. And it was. Okay? Remember this. In order for them to receive their freedom to come to North America, they had to destroy and dissipate all of the Native Americans off of their own land. Okay? So I would say that's not ordained by the Creator. I mean, the Creator knew it was going to happen, but I don't believe God wanted people from England to come and kill people who were living in peace and harmony in North America, not polluting their waters, not killing off all the buffaloes and things of this nature. This was their land. This was their home. This was the home that God gave them. And it's kind of ironic that we proclaim independence for a few when so many had to suffer for these people's independence. Now, whatever happened in the past is the past, and I'm here now. And I first want to say I am an American. I enjoy the culture of all of the different varieties of multiculturalism that's in this country, and I believe it's a great experiment. But at the end of the day, when you're going through what I call the fifth dimension, or the lifting of the veil, that means the lifting of the lie, the lifting of the illusion. And with access to technology, which they were trying to take our knowledge away, the universe set it up so precise that during this exact time and during this exact moment, we were going to have the ability to see the truth. And the truth is this: they banned slavery in England. That means if the people never came to receive their independence, there would never have been any African American slaves in North America. There would have also never been a genocide of the Native Americans and the kicking them off of their land. So when you see the Native Americans upset at the Trump rallies, this is why they're mad. They're saying you guys are proclaiming independence on the day that you took ours. And when you see a lot of the African Americans in America, and they're still Americans, the Native Americans are still Americans. But when you see them saying, hey, listen, you guys, it's probably not the best day to go celebrate, it's because it's the truth. July the 4th, 1776, no person of color in America had independence. These are just the facts, okay? You can turn your head and be blinded to it, and again, that's that split of duality. That's those that choose to hold on to the egoic mind, those that choose to hold on to the lie. Or you can just say, listen, man, that is so true. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to celebrate it, but at least I have that knowledge now. And at least I understand where these people are coming from when they're saying what they're saying. And that's just being a balanced human being. And then you would also understand why the Native Americans disagree with that day as being an independence. It was their slave day. It was the slave day of my ancestors as well. Because it guaranteed that slavery was going to persist in America for another 200 years. Listen, you guys, again, it's not really about the historical facts of it, because I'm so happy. Woo, feels good to be alive right now for what's coming on planet Earth. And again, it cannot be stopped. It's maktub again. In Arabic, that means it was written. The world is waking up. Okay, we're waking up to the truth, and we're going to create the real American dream, the one that Martin Luther King had, the one that was not one that was beneficial to one and not to others. It was that one that we all would live in peace and harmony, and we're creating that one brick at a time, you guys. I just wanted to share this with you so that people that are so baffled right now about what's happening, these people are talking about they're not celebrating the 4th of July. Yes, they're not celebrating 1776 4th of July because it was a day that we were guaranteed to be enslaved. It was the day that the Native Americans guaranteed that they were not going to get their land back. I'm pretty sure that they were rooting for the British to take back and beat the people off the land. But again, you guys, listen. Enjoy your life. Live, love, laugh. But the truth is coming out, baby. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for 2020. Thank God for the veil of illusions lifting from the eyes. Again, you guys, you have your choice. You could choose to hold on to the old reality. Remember, Adolf Hitler, and I'm not comparing people's belief systems with Adolf, but I'm just going to tell you of another group that had that belief system. The Nazis, they were in power, bro. You can't say that Adolf Hitler didn't do good things for the German people. He actually did great things for the German people. He brought their poverty. He brought them from poverty into more money. He brought them unity amongst those people. But you don't hear anybody saying that we should put statues up of Adolf Hitler because of the crimes that he did to humanity, which is some of the same arguments that people are saying about George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. You can't say that he didn't bring unity to the European Americans that came from England. They did. They brought up a system, a governmental system, off the backs of slaves and with their own ideas. To benefit a certain group of Americans. And that certain group of Americans, I understand why you probably are, you know, because, you probably, I don't want to let this go because he did so good for us, and I understand. But if you are actually a true American, that means you believe in every ethnicity that's over here, working hard, no matter if you're a fast food worker, a construction worker, a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher. If you really believe in the true America, the America that I believe in, the America that I stand for, then you should understand why people are up in arms right now against the lies that we've been told for so long. But again, it doesn't matter what I believe. It doesn't matter what you believe. You're going to see for yourself. Because when the Creator places his hands on, no missiles, no AR-15s, no internet blogs, no YouTubes, no Republican Party, no Democratic Party. You can't stop God. It's like taking your fist saying I'm going to knock a mountain down. It just ain't going to happen, buddy. Listen, we are on the precipice of the new world, baby, and it's got me so excited. I'm like extremely happy because for the first time in human history, we are actually going to create a civilization that every single person is going to agree with. That every single person under the sound of the voice is going to be just going to be happy for, man. And I'm grateful for that. And before I go, I want to make sure I say this, you guys. For everybody that believes that the devil is taking the world over, you guys, the devil has been controlling this world for thousands of years. Please don't say that the Punic Wars, the Roman Empire, the Vietnam Wars, I mean, every war that came from there, every famine, every death, the bubonic plague, we go through the whole terrible thing, sex trafficking, rapes, murders, gangs, cartels, drugs. My God, that was not God's world. So who is this person coming to take God's world? God's world hasn't came yet. That's what's being created now. So when you see that world falling, that means that's the fall of the evil empire, you guys. It's the fall of Satan's world. When you're seeing it crumbling and it seems like the structures is not gonna hold, that foundation is crumbling, baby. And that was the world that we've lived in for so long. Till we started calling it God's world, as if my creator has an imperfect world. He doesn't. He told you 1,000 years of peace. And we are getting ready to usher that in now. So enjoy your fireworks. Enjoy your day. Peace. Live, love, laugh. Namaste. 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 Peace.